Inside CATL's battery factories, manufacturing is governed by a single uncompromising principle. Energy storage must be safe, scalable, and predictable over millions of kilometers. These facilities are not optimized for speed alone. They are designed to eliminate uncertainty at every stage of battery creation. CATL does not think of batteries as components. It treats them as electrochemical systems that must behave consistently under extreme thermal, electrical, and mechanical stress. This philosophy shapes how factories are built, how automation is deployed, and how every battery cell is assembled. Before physical production begins, CATL batteries exist as fully simulated systems. Electrochemical reactions, ion transport, thermal behavior, aging mechanisms, and failure modes are modeled together. These simulations define material selection, process parameters, and quality thresholds long before raw materials enter the factory. Manufacturing begins with materials engineering. Lithium compounds, nickel, cobalt, manganese, iron phosphate, and graphite are processed under tightly controlled conditions. Purity is non-negotiable. Even microscopic contamination can affect long-term stability. Automated dosing systems meter materials precisely, ensuring chemical consistency across massive production volumes. Cathode and anode materials are mixed into slurries using sealed systems. Viscosity, particle dispersion, and temperature are monitored continuously. AI-driven controls adjust parameters in real time to maintain uniformity. Chemistry is treated as a controlled industrial process, not an experimental variable. Electrode production defines battery performance. Slurries are coated onto metal foils using high-speed, high-precision machines. Thickness is measured inline at micron resolution. Any deviation triggers immediate correction or removal. Consistency at this stage determines energy density, cycle life, and safety. Drying ovens stabilize coated electrodes under precisely regulated thermal profiles. Too fast and microcracks form. Too slow and material properties degrade. These profiles are refined continuously using data from both factory testing and real-world battery performance. Electrodes are then compressed through calendaring. Pressure and alignment are controlled to achieve optimal density without damaging internal structure. This balance is critical for both performance and longevity. Every adjustment is logged as part of the battery's digital record. Cell assembly occurs in cleanroom environments where humidity and particulate levels are tightly controlled. Separator films are placed between electrodes with extreme precision. Robotic systems stack or wind layers depending on cell format, prismatic, pouch, or cylindrical. Alignment errors measured in microns are unacceptable. Electrical connections are formed using ultrasonic or laser welding. These welds must maintain low resistance over thousands of charge cycles and under vibration. Inline inspection systems verify weld quality internally using non-destructive methods. Electrolyte injection introduces the medium that enables ion movement. This process is performed under vacuum to eliminate moisture and trapped gases. Sealing follows immediately, creating a closed electrochemical environment. Leak detection systems verify integrity before cells move forward. At this stage, a battery cell is physically complete, but electrically inactive. Activation occurs during formation, where cells undergo controlled initial charging. This step stabilizes internal chemistry and determines early life behavior. Formation is slow by design. Speed is sacrificed for stability. Throughout assembly, CATL factories function as data systems. Every cell accumulates a digital passport containing material batches, process parameters, inspection results, and timestamps. This traceability allows CATL to correlate field performance years later with specific manufacturing conditions. Automation dominates repetitive and precision-critical tasks, but human engineers remain central. Engineers supervise processes, investigate anomalies, and refine models. CATL's factories are designed for human-guided automation, not blind autonomy. Energy efficiency is built into production. Factory energy systems optimize power usage, recover waste heat, and reduce carbon intensity. Water recycling and material recovery systems operate continuously. Sustainability is treated as a manufacturing constraint, not a marketing feature. By the time a battery cell completes assembly and formation, it is not simply finished. It is fully characterized chemically, electrically, thermally, and digitally. The factory knows how it was built and how it should behave. But batteries earn trust only when they are pushed beyond ideal conditions. That proof begins in testing. If this deep look into how CATL assembles EV batteries helped you understand the foundation of electric mobility, make sure to like the video. Once assembly and formation are complete, CATL's batteries enter the stage where assumptions are removed and reliability is proven. Inside CATL's validation facilities, testing is designed to expose failure before batteries ever reach a vehicle. This phase exists to answer a critical question. Can this battery be trusted under real driving conditions for years without compromise? Validation begins with electrical characterization. Each cell undergoes detailed measurement of capacity, internal resistance, voltage stability, and charge-discharge efficiency. These metrics establish a performance baseline that will be used throughout the battery's life. Cells that do not meet strict thresholds are removed immediately, preventing weak units from entering modules. Thermal behavior is validated next. Batteries generate heat during operation, and unmanaged heat is one of the primary causes of degradation and safety risk. CATL subjects cells to controlled charge and discharge cycles while monitoring temperature distribution at high resolution. Thermal cameras and embedded sensors identify hotspots, imbalance, and abnormal behavior long before failure could occur. Environmental testing pushes cells beyond typical operating ranges. Batteries are exposed to extreme heat, cold, and rapid temperature transitions. These tests simulate winter starts, desert operation, and repeated seasonal cycling. Performance is monitored continuously to ensure that output remains stable and that internal resistance does not rise unpredictably. Mechanical validation evaluates structural resilience. Cells and modules are subjected to vibration profiles that replicate real vehicle operation over hundreds of thousands of kilometers. Shock testing simulates potholes, curb impacts, and transport stress. These tests confirm that internal connections remain intact under sustained mechanical load. Safety testing is uncompromising. Batteries are intentionally pushed into fault conditions under controlled environments. Overcharge, overdischarge, short circuit, and thermal abuse scenarios are executed to observe response behavior. The objective is not to induce failure, but to ensure that if failure occurs, it remains contained and predictable. Fire and thermal runaway testing represents one of the most critical validation stages. Cells and modules are tested in isolated chambers equipped with fire suppression and monitoring systems. Engineers analyze propagation behavior, gas release, and temperature escalation. These tests inform pack design, material selection, and safety architecture. Long-duration cycling tests compress years of use into months. Batteries are charged and discharged thousands of times under varying load profiles. Degradation curves are tracked precisely. Small deviations in capacity retention or impedance growth are flagged early, enabling design refinement before mass deployment. Battery management systems are validated in parallel. BMS hardware and software are tested for accuracy, redundancy, and fault detection. Voltage sensing, temperature monitoring, balancing algorithms, and safety cutoffs are verified under simulated failures. The BMS is treated as a safety-critical system, not a convenience feature. Module and pack-level testing follows cell validation. Cells are assembled into modules and packs, then subjected to system-level tests that evaluate thermal management, structural integrity, and electrical balance. Liquid cooling systems are pressure-tested and flow-validated. Interlock systems are verified for correct behavior during service and fault conditions. Electromagnetic compatibility testing ensures batteries do not interfere with vehicle electronics. High-voltage systems operate in electrically noisy environments, and stability is essential. CATL validates shielding, grounding, and filtering strategies under controlled interference. Certification is systematic and traceable. Batteries are validated against international safety, transport, and automotive standards. Every test result is linked to the battery's digital passport, creating a permanent record of compliance and performance. Quality validation is distributed throughout the process. Automated quality gates enforce defined criteria at multiple stages. Statistical analysis across production batches identifies trends that individual tests cannot reveal, allowing corrective action before issues propagate. Human engineers remain accountable. While automation accelerates testing, engineers review anomalies, interpret data, and refine thresholds. Transparency is enforced, especially where AI-driven analytics influence safety decisions. Only when batteries demonstrate stability across all validation layers are they approved for vehicle integration. Yet controlled testing, no matter how extreme, cannot fully replicate real-world driving behavior. True validation continues once batteries are deployed on the road. When CATL batteries leave the factory, manufacturing does not stop. It transitions into the most demanding environment of all, real-world operation inside electric vehicles. For CATL, deployment is not the end of the process. It is the beginning of long-term validation. Millions of battery cells integrated into passenger cars, buses, trucks, and energy storage systems become continuous sources of operational intelligence. Every kilometer driven adds data. Every charge cycle reveals behavior that laboratories cannot fully replicate. Once batteries are in service, performance data begins flowing back through secure feedback systems. Charge-discharge patterns, thermal response, degradation rates, fast charging behavior, and fault events are monitored across fleets operating in different climates and driving conditions. This data reflects real stress, not simulated assumptions. Digital twins evolve using this field data. Models created during design and validation are updated to reflect how batteries behave under diverse usage profiles: urban stop-and-go traffic, high-speed highway driving, extreme cold starts, and sustained high-temperature operation. Where predictions align with reality, confidence is reinforced. Where they diverge, engineering decisions change. Battery aging becomes measurable rather than theoretical. Degradation curves observed in the field inform adjustments to electrode composition, electrolyte formulation, and formation protocols. Small improvements at the chemistry level translate into significant gains in lifespan when deployed at scale. Battery management systems learn continuously. Algorithms governing charging limits, thermal control, and cell balancing are refined using real-world behavior. Software updates improve safety margins, optimize usable capacity, and adapt batteries to evolving vehicle platforms without hardware changes. Manufacturing responds directly to this feedback. Process tolerances are refined. Coating thickness targets are adjusted. Formation profiles are recalibrated. Quality thresholds evolve based on evidence rather than assumptions. Factories become adaptive systems, continuously tuned by field performance. Scale amplifies learning. CATL batteries operate across continents, climates, and regulatory environments. This diversity reveals patterns that isolated testing cannot. Issues that appear rare at small scale become visible early when millions of cells are analyzed together. This allows systemic risks to be identified and mitigated before they affect future generations. Safety intelligence evolves alongside deployment. Real-world fault data informs improvements in cell design, pack architecture, and thermal containment strategies. Lessons learned from edge cases are integrated into both product design and factory validation protocols. Sustainability becomes quantifiable. Lifecycle data reveals how materials perform over time, how recycling processes can be optimized, and how manufacturing energy intensity can be reduced further. Feedback from end-of-life systems informs circular manufacturing strategies, closing the loop between production and recovery. Human expertise remains central. While AI systems analyze massive datasets and identify patterns, engineers